Good morning. I hope that we are all doing perfectly fine and perfectly well this morning. Our video for today is going to be all about the different types of solutions for linear equations. And I think that you'll find this a little bit puzzling and sometimes even a little bit challenging, but I promise if you use this video to help you, it'll help clear things up. So if you have any other questions, feel free to message me on Schoology or leave a comment in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get to the video.
Today we are going to be talking about different types of solutions to equations, and I really have one example because it's going to help illustrate these different types of solutions. So our first problem, solve each of the following equations for x. 7x minus 3 equals 5x plus 5. So again, my goal is to try to get all of my variables to be on the same side and all of my constants to be on the other side as well. So I'm going to take this onto the other screen so that way it's easier to write. So 7x minus 3 equals 5x plus 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of my x's on the same side by subtracting by 5x on both sides. Make that look more like an x. So I have 2x minus 3 equals 5. And then I'm going to add by 3 on both sides. I get 2x equals 8. And I can break that up into two even groups by dividing by 2. And I get x equals 4. So in this case, I have x equals 4, or it's a unique solution. But I can just say x equals 4. So I'll go back, x equals 4. Now, I'm going to work on my next one. 7x minus 3 equals 7x plus 5. So I have 7x minus 3 equals 7x, what was it, plus 5? Minus 5? It was plus 5. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to get all of my variables to be on the same side. So I'm going to subtract by 7x on the right and the left. But then I'm left with negative 3 equals 5. I know that that can never happen. There is never a situation where negative 3 can also be the same thing as 5. But maybe I just did this problem wrong. Maybe let's just try to look at this in a different way. So instead of subtracting by 7x first, I'm going to make sure that I get all of my constants on the same side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add by 3 on both sides. So I get 7x equals 7x plus 8. And then I need to subtract by 7x on both sides. And I get 0 equals 8. Well, I also know that 0 doesn't equal 8. So in this case, when I have two numbers that can never be equal to each other, this is an example of no solution, which is the second type of answer that we can have. So this is no solution. And then finally, I have 7x minus 3 equals negative 3 plus 7x. So 7x minus 3 equals negative 3 plus 7x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract by 7x on both sides, so I can get the same variable on the same side. But then I'm left with negative 3 equals negative 3. Well, that's a true situation. Okay, so that's good to know. Let's try solving this in a different way. So let's do, again, I'm going to rewrite it. 7x minus 3 equals negative 3 plus 7x. And I'm going to add by 3 on both sides. That cancels each other out, so I'm going to get 7x equals 7x. Well, I know that that's the same thing, but again, I'm going to try to get all my x's on the same side, so I'm going to subtract by 7x on both sides. And I get 0 equals 0, which is also true. So in this case, when the left and the right-hand side are the exact same thing, they equal the same number, they are representing the same thing. So this is when the solution is infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions, or all real numbers. And that is my third type of solution, infinitely many. Many / all real numbers. So these are my three different types of solutions. So I can have a unique solution where it actually gives me a number. I could have no solution where the left and the right hand side never ever are going to equal each other. For example, 0 equals 5. Or I can have infinitely many solutions or all real numbers. And in that situation, it's where the left and the right hand side are exactly the same thing, which means that any value for our variable is going to equal each other. So let's go to our lesson summary. There are three classifications of solutions to linear equations. One solution or a unique solution, no solution or infinitely many solutions. Equations with no solutions will, after being simplified, have coefficients of x that are the same on both sides. So no solution, coefficients of x are the same on both sides of the equal sign, and constants that are different. Equations with infinitely many solutions will have coefficients of x and constants that are the same on both sides of the equal sign. If you have any other further questions, feel free to write a question in the comment section down below, or you can message me on Schoology. But until next time, I hope that you have a great day.